Whenever you're ready, just dropping in, either seated or lying down. Most important is that you're bringing your gaze inward and just noticing the shift from attention and energy moving outward to attention and energy coming in to you. Take the first minute or so just being with you with your breath. Taking a very light attention to the in and out of the breath. Sometimes when we observe the breath, it can change. See if you can witness it without needing to control it or change it. Just giving it space to do its thing. The mind is this incredible part of our ability to navigate the world. But just like when the mind gets too focused on the breath and the breath changes, sometimes the mind can get in the way of us experiencing just the moment as it is, or ourselves as we naturally are. So I invite you in this moment to tune into a deeper wisdom in the belly or in the heart. Shifting from the place where we think to where we know. Maybe even sending the breath more intentionally to the belly. The gut is considered our first brain, our most instinctual place of knowing and wisdom, that gut feeling. Just nourish that place within you with your breath. Now bring your attention to your heart space. In the heart, there's another cluster of neurons, much like those in the brain, such that the heart is thought of as having its own brain, its own intelligence. I invite you to keep your breath here and listen for anything your heart might have to say right now. Any other mental chatter, just allow it to be here. And just keep returning your attention to that simpler, more straightforward intelligence of the heart. It's thought that the spiritual heart center is just to the right of our physical heart. And it's thought that it's very small, but bright and powerful. So just imagine that you can sense this kernel of brightness at your heart center, your spirit. Giving the mind any space to think whatever it thinks, returning your attention to this deeper resource of wisdom, peace, compassion, and creativity. Bringing in some extra compassion for any chattering of the mind. And if you can sense this brightness at your heart center, just imagine it growing, getting brighter, occupying every cell of your body, even the space around you and at the center of our circle. Let this brightness flood your body and the space around you and the space between us. And let this brightness nourish you. Imagine it coming back into the back of your heart where you receive. Take what you need right now as we flood the space with this infinite resource. And as you sit feeling this full up, just imagine yourself walking down the street with this much brightness and fullness. How might your posture be? How might it be different? How might you greet people? What choices might you make? How would it feel to embody this bright, loving, creative self? Maybe even place yourself into something you'll be doing later today. And just envision yourself embodying this much of yourself, your natural bright spirit self. Just envision yourself talking to that person, doing that thing, opening that door. How does it feel to embody this brightness? How does it feel to know that you've given yourself permission to embody this version of you all the time? How does it feel to give yourself permission to name any fear within you and give it what it needs with this bright resource within you? So just take another minute or so just to give yourself something that you've been needing. Maybe you didn't even realize it, that permission or just that compassion, that nourishment. What do you need right now? Just bring it to yourself. Allow the group around you to be part of that resource that you can receive from. Return your breath and attention to your heart space. And recognize that all of that brightness that's felt so expansive, it all originates and is always present at your heart center. And it grows as we give it attention and as we allow it to nourish us. So just make yourself some promise, assurance. Just tell yourself something that you will be doing for yourself today in this last moment of the meditation. And seal in that promise with a couple of breaths. And whenever you're ready, return your attention to this body and your breath, noting the time of day, position of your body. And whenever you're ready, gently, slowly blink your eyes open.